Oh my god, do not adjust your computer. There is life on the VintageGamer.com channel. And it's been an amazing week for me as far as video games, starting with the release of the Tetris movie on Apple last Friday. And then I spent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Milwaukee at the Midwest Gaming Classic. I got back Monday afternoon. And I find out my local theater has a midnight showing of the Mario movie early Wednesday morning, Tuesday night. So that's a lot. I still wasn't recuperated from my trip back from to Ohio from Milwaukee. Uh, so there's at least 4 videos coming this way in the next couple of days. So what I'm going to do first is a no spoilers, just a short thing on the Super Mario movie. And then I will record a longer review. There will be spoilers on that, so if you haven't seen the flick yet, maybe don't watch that one if you don't want any surprises. But I'll give you just a quick my yay or nay on it. And then after that, I'll put up a review of the Tetris movie. And after that, I will, by then, hopefully it'll be maybe Friday or Saturday, and I'll have had a chance to edit together all the video clips from the Midwest Gaming Classic and the pinball tournament we played in and stuff like that. So, getting into the Super Mario movie. Bottom line, go see it. That's the bottom line. Is it 100% the most perfect thing ever? No. A minus is probably where I'd put it. It has a 55 on Rotten Tomatoes. I didn't even know that until I got to the theater. There was a young couple next to me, and we were talking a little bit. And they asked if I had seen the original Super Mario Brothers movie, which I think came out in '91. I don't remember, but clearly they were born like a decade after that. This is like a couple in their 20s, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 43. I remember that. Yeah. And so I said, whatever this is that we're about to see, it's got to be better than that, right? And it was. No spoilers, but just a couple things for the parents. If you're going to take your little ones to see this, it's total. I'm sure it's rated G. Maybe it's PG, but I imagine it's rated G. It's fine. There's no, at least nothing that wouldn't have been fine in my house growing up, which my parents were a little bit more liberal with letting me see violence and stuff. Like, sex was never cool, but it's okay to watch Die Hard or something like that when I was little. But obviously, this is Mario, and it's animated violence. You do have some bad guys saying, "Hey, you're gonna die, Mario," stuff like that. That might be, if you're a very protective parent, maybe that's kind of flirting with the line, but it's like in an action scene context, stuff like that. So I really don't think you have anything to worry about. It's nothing we don't see too much in modern, like Pixar or Illumination did this part of this movie. Any of those big animation companies. So there was a little bit of dark humor, but that was something maybe more the adults would laugh at. I'm not sure little kids would get it. It is in one of the trailers. There's a little, I forget his name, but there's a little star guy in the dungeon, and he's like, "Oh, we're just waiting for the sweet release of death," stuff like that. And it's definitely a darker humor, but it's not. Again, it's nothing inappropriate. Nothing I would feel uncomfortable taking a little kid to see. So on that front, the movie itself, parents are safe. At my particular theater, and I'm sure commercials and trailers and whatnot, I think they vary by region or theater. So I'm in Northeast Ohio. I went to a Cinemark theater, and I've seen a commercial before. I think it might have been during the Super Bowl, but Amazon, for whatever reason, Cinemark decided to put on this Amazon commercial. The girl that has the mustache coming in because she's transitioning or something, or maybe just being her. I'm not really clear on what that commercial was about, but it seemed to be very woke. I guess we'll just leave it there for a moment. And um, like that's just seemed like kind of a, yeah, they showed on network TV. I think it was on the Super Bowl, but I just I feel I don't want to have to be a parent to explain what's going on in that commercial to my kid. I'm not a parent, so thank goodness I don't have to worry about those things. But if you're trying to shield your kid from that, I mean, I don't know. I guess you just call the theater and ask, hey, what commercials are running? You know, that's unfortunate. Where, is that stuff fine and PG-13 on up or something? Sure. Is it belonging to a kids movie? So that's just where I'm at. And I did hear, I even though I saw a movie at 12:35, there were a couple kids there. Excuse me. There were a couple kids there. One little girl with her mom, I'm presuming was her mom, and that's what made me think to mention the Amazon ad, because she said, "Mommy, why does she have a mustache?" So it's just a heads up there. And then there was a very cool dad who had, I'm guessing they're probably like 9 and 7. He had his little boy and his little girl with him. I'm guessing maybe like kindergarten and second grade, something like that. So very, very cool dad to bring his kids to a Mario movie at midnight and on a school night and a work night for him, so presumably. So but overall, so that just those little warnings going in if you're a parent. But I'm sorry about the background noise. I have a cat that missed me. Hey, go lay down. But the movie itself, you got nothing to worry about. Nintendo has not, too much to my relief. And you know what? It's my channel, so if I want to, I guess, expose some of my political beliefs, so be it. And if the comments want to hate me, fine. But one thing I really appreciate about Nintendo is that they have not gone all crazy woke. They're very protective of their intellectual properties, and we were not introduced to, Mario and Luigi's, transgender third cousin, or Rodolfo or something like that. That was not, there was none of that. And it wasn't boys are dumb, Supergirl power. They didn't have Peach doing everything. They had her doing plenty, which I am very okay with. I think over the years she's become a very, probably since the original Mario Kart, I think she's become a positive influence for little girls, because she can wear her dress and be a princess and be very feminine, very pretty and all that, but she can still do stuff, whether it's Smash Brothers or actually starting with Mario 2. That's probably where we first see that. That in Mario Kart she races with the boys and all that and gets it done. And so they had her doing a lot. My goodness, this kitty cat. Come in and shut up. Okay. Sorry about that. Had to deal with the kitty cat. Technical difficulties. But yeah, they had her doing plenty. For a moment, it looked like she was going to be the one to save the day, but that's not necessarily how it panned out. No spoilers. But just overall, very, very fun movie. Pretty much what you expect from the trailers. And the voices and the characters and I'm 43 now. My age group got introduced to a lot of that with the cartoon show that came out in '89. So a lot of our expectations of what those characters are supposed to look and sound like, and mannerisms and stuff like that, that's where that comes from. And that's kind of carried through to other TV shows and subsequent Mario games and stuff like that. So it's kind of all carried through. But it's just it all just works. Jack Black did a very good job as King Koopa. He's actually he's not a sympathetic character, but he has his issues, and that's very funny. And I'll just say, if you're a fan of Cheers and you remember the Kelly song, it's a very famous episode of Cheers. I don't think it was like an homage to that, but it's funny on that same level. I can't remember the name of the actress off the top of my head. I apologize, but the young lady that voiced Princess Peach, I thought did a fantastic job. Chris Pratt did Mario. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of Luigi or Toad. Sorry, by some weird miracle, any of those actors or actresses are watching. I didn't forget you on purpose, but I thought you all did an excellent job. Um, so, real quick, there are some Italian American stereotypes. Despite my appearance, I am not Italian, but, and none of that stuff bothers me. I suspect the anti Italian, or what is it? I forget their group. I think it's the anti. Joe Colombo founded it. The Italian Anti Defamation League or something like that. They have voiced aggravation, starting back with The Godfather, but also in shows like The Sopranos and stuff. Hey, you're portraying Italians in a negative stereotype, and that's something I'm kind of surprised hasn't come to Nintendo's doorstep sooner, because there's Mario traditionally has very strong accents, and we don't see that strong accent here now. Some of the things he says, we do see some of the Mario Brothers extended family, which is cool. And they are a very stereotypical New York, Brooklyn, Italian family. So I'm curious if the anti defamation league people are going to have anything to say about that. It's nothing horrendously offensive or anything like that. If Mario came from a different background, then maybe hit a little closer to home for me. It wouldn't be anything that bothered me, but just a heads up. Overall, though, very, very fun movie. They did not cram it so full of characters. Come on, kitty cat. Such a jerk. They did not cram it so full of characters that it's hard to keep track of who's who and what's going on. I won't spoil that, but like if you're familiar with Smash Brothers games and stuff, there's not there's not so many people in there that you only see your favorite character for a moment or two, and they only have like 2 lines. They exercise a lot of self-control. There's a ton of Easter eggs. I could probably watch this movie 10 times and not catch everything, but the pizza place / bar where Mario and Luigi hang out in Brooklyn, there's a lot of Punch-Out references. Mario's bedroom. You see Mario's bedroom. He has a Nintendo. Apparently Mario likes to play Kid Icarus. And he has an F-Zero poster on his wall, stuff like that. Kung Fu poster. So there's a lot of Nintendo Easter eggs, just Nintendo love in this, as there should be. And Nintendo was very involved with the production of the movie. I think after the debacle of the early 90s, they were probably, and rightly so, very hesitant just to give Hollywood carte blanche to do whatever. So when the credits roll, there's a lot of familiar names that you see at the end of Mario and Zelda games and stuff like that. So, but yes, so that, bottom line, it's a good time. It's a fun time. I got a very cool collector cup at my local theater, and I drank it all. So, but all the characters had stuff to do, and one thing that did catch me by surprise, but somehow it was also not out of place. There's a very good 80s soundtrack in this movie. So I was just expecting a bunch of familiar Mushroom Kingdom Nintendo sounds and music and stuff, and a lot of the I hope I don't mispronounce the name or butcher it, but Koji Kondo is the composer that directed so many of those Nintendo themes that we all have memorized for 30 plus years now, and a lot of all that stuff that you want to be there is there, but they also work in some 80s music, and it's strangely not out of place. It's just like, oh, this is cool. So I think the parents that remember their NES that are now taking their kids and stuff, I think that's I don't think it's there just to appease them. It fits the scenes, but it's nice that they put that in. So anyway, that is it. It's a good time. It's worth the money. It's not if you're worried about everything that's woke these days and stuff. You don't have to be. It's Nintendo did a good job, as did Illumination. Illumination did. I realized later they did like the movies with the minions and stuff, which I've honestly never seen any of those. Again, I'm not a parent, but I don't know what their typical movie is like. I know those were very popular, but there's no, not even a subtle, you know, agenda or anything like that. That it's just a good time. Go see it, have fun, take your kids, go by yourself if you're 40. I did. So, and that is it. I'm glad they did this. I think they left the door open for possibly a Donkey Kong movie, or I really hope we get a Super Mario 2. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Please give InnerChamber.com a like or a subscribe. We plan to be back in a much more significant way going into the summer. So I will hopefully I'll see you all come along for that ride. Thank you.